Let me tell you something: real men don't talk, they just win. Too many people out here are running their mouths, making excuses, and telling the world what they're gonna do. But winners don't need to announce it. Winners don't need to prove anything with words, they prove it with results. You see, lions don't have to tell the jungle they're the king. They show it every single day. So, today, I'm here to tell you: stop talking about the grind and start living it. Stop telling people what you're about to do and show them with your actions. Because at the end of the day, real men don't talk, they just win. Actions speak louder than words. That's the mindset that separates winners from the rest. Too many people spend their time talking about what they're going to do, making big promises, hyping up their plans, and trying to convince others that they're destined for greatness. But the truth is, the ones who really succeed don't waste time talking, they put in the work. They don't need validation, they don't need applause, and they don't need to prove anything to anyone with words. Their results do all the talking. When you look at the most successful people in any field, you'll notice a common trait: they are relentless workers. They aren't caught up in seeking approval or making noise about their journey. Instead, they are obsessed with taking action. They wake up every single day with a mission. They execute, they grind, they push through pain, and they overcome obstacles. They don't feel the need to broadcast their struggles or announce their plans. They simply show up and do what needs to be done. People who talk too much about success without putting in the work are often trying to convince themselves more than anyone else. They think that by saying it out loud, by telling the world their goals, they are somehow making progress. But success doesn't work like that. Talking doesn't create results, execution does. Talking about what you will do might give you a temporary high, a moment of motivation, but if there's no action behind it, it's just empty words. The ones who are truly committed to winning are different. They don't waste energy trying to prove something before they've achieved it. They are too focused on the grind, on mastering their craft, on pushing themselves to new levels. While others are posting about how hard they are working, the real winners are actually working. While others are seeking validation, the real winners are building something so strong that validation becomes unnecessary. Execution is what separates the elite from the average. The world is filled with people who have big dreams, big ideas, and big talk, but very few are willing to put in the level of effort required to turn those dreams into reality. The difference between someone who succeeds and someone who doesn't isn't talent or luck, it's action. It's the willingness to wake up every day and do what most people won't. It's the discipline to stay locked in when distractions come. It's the ability to keep moving forward even when the results aren't immediate. The real winners understand that results don't come from declarations, they come from dedication. They don't need to talk about how much they're grinding because their actions already reflect it. When you step into a room with someone who is truly about that life, you can feel it. They don't have to say a word. Their presence, their energy, their focus, it all speaks for itself. They move differently. They think differently. They don't waste time with unnecessary talk because they know every minute spent talking could be a minute spent improving. You can't fake results. You can't talk your way into success. You can't substitute words for hard work, sacrifice, and perseverance. The ones who win are the ones who put in the hours, who stay committed when nobody is watching, who take steps forward every single day without needing applause or recognition. They understand that success isn't about impressing people, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. There's a reason why the best in the world don't have to announce themselves. They just show up and dominate. Their work speaks so loudly that words become unnecessary. They don't have to prove anything to anyone because the scoreboard, the bank account, the impact, and the legacy prove it for them. While others are busy explaining their plans, the real winners are already executing. Discipline and consistency are the foundation of success. No matter how talented or ambitious someone is, without discipline, their potential remains untapped. Success isn't built on motivation alone because motivation fades. Some days you wake up energized, ready to take on the world, and other days you don't feel like doing anything. That's where discipline takes over. It's the ability to show up, put in the work, and stay committed even when you don't feel like it. Winners understand that results come from doing the right things over and over again, not just when they feel inspired. Consistency is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. Most people start strong. They set goals, get excited, and take action for a short period. But as soon as things get hard, as soon as they don't see immediate results, they slow down or stop altogether. That's why so many people never reach their full potential. They lack the ability to keep going when progress is slow, when obstacles appear, or when success doesn't come as quickly as they expected. The ones who truly win are the ones who push through those moments, who keep showing up regardless of how they feel, who trust the process even when it's difficult. The best in the world don't just train when they feel like it. Athletes don't only practice on days they're motivated. Entrepreneurs don't only work hard when business is booming. The most successful people understand that greatness is built on small, consistent actions performed day after day. They don't rely on emotions to dictate their effort. They have a schedule, a routine, and a system that ensures they stay on track no matter what. They have mastered the art of discipline, which allows them to maintain consistency even when challenges arise. Most people underestimate the power of small, repeated actions. They think success comes from one big breakthrough, one lucky moment, or one major opportunity. But the truth is, success is the result of consistent effort applied over time. The person who works out every day, even when they don't see immediate changes, will eventually be in the best shape. The person who keeps improving their skills, even when they don't see instant success, will eventually outperform everyone else. The person who remains disciplined, even when life gets hard, will always come out on top in the long run. Discipline requires sacrifice. It means choosing long-term rewards over short-term comfort. It means waking up early when you want to sleep in, putting in extra hours when you'd rather relax, and staying focused when distractions are everywhere. Most people struggle with this because they want results without putting in the consistent effort. They want the rewards but aren't willing to pay the price. But the truth is, discipline is the price of admission for success. Those who master it don't see it as a burden. They see it as a necessity. The biggest challenge in doing the work once, twice, or for a few weeks, the biggest challenge is doing it every single day, even when no one is watching, even when there's no immediate payoff, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Winners understand that success isn't about intensity, it's about consistency. They don't need to go all out for a short period and then burn out. They pace themselves, build strong habits, and stay locked in for the long haul. Every successful person you admire, every champion, every entrepreneur, every legend has one thing in common: they showed up every day and put in the work. They built discipline when no one was watching. They stayed consistent even when they didn't feel like it. That's why they won. That's why they stand apart from the rest. They understood that motivation might get you started, but discipline and consistency are what keep you going. Excuses are the enemy of success. Too many people spend their time coming up with reasons why they can't do something instead of focusing on how to get it done. They blame their circumstances, their past, their environment, or the people around them, but winners don't operate that way. Winners understand that no matter what happens, the responsibility is always on them. They don't waste energy complaining or making excuses because they know that excuses don't produce results. Only execution does. Success doesn't care about your reasons for not showing up. It doesn't care if you were tired, if life was unfair, if things got hard. The only thing that matters is whether or not you did what needed to be done. Winners don't have time to feel sorry for themselves. They don't allow obstacles to become permanent roadblocks. They figure out a way to move forward, no matter what. That's what separates them from the ones who stay stuck. While others are making excuses, winners are finding solutions. Most people don't realize that every excuse they make is holding them back from their own potential. Every time you say "I can't," you reinforce a mindset of failure. Every time you say it's too hard, you give yourself permission to quit. Every time you say "I'll start tomorrow," you waste another day that could have been used to build momentum. The truth is, there will always be obstacles, setbacks, and things that don't go as planned. But winners push through. They don't let circumstances define them. They take control of their actions and make things happen, no matter what stands in their way. There are two types of people in this world: those who make excuses and those who make progress. You cannot be both. If you want to win, you have to make a decision that nothing will stop you. That means no more blaming others, no more waiting for the perfect time, and no more avoiding responsibility. You either get it done or you don't. Winners don't let distractions, failures, or self-doubt hold them back. They take full ownership of their success and refuse to let anything stand in their way. The biggest mistake people make is waiting for the right moment. They think they need to have everything lined up perfectly before they can start. But that's just another excuse in disguise. There will never be a perfect time. There will always be challenges, distractions, and things that make it difficult. But winners don't wait for conditions to be ideal. They start where they are, with what they have, and they figure it out along the way. They understand that waiting is just another form of procrastination. Fear is one of the biggest reasons people make excuses. They're afraid of failing, afraid of looking bad, afraid of what others will think. But winners don't let fear control them. They take action even when they're scared. They understand that failure is part of the process and that the only real failure is refusing to try. Every setback is just another lesson, another opportunity to grow stronger and better. Most people underestimate their own power. They think external factors determine their success, but the truth is, success is an internal game. It's about mindset, discipline, and the ability to execute despite the challenges. The ones who win are the ones who take full control of their destiny. They don't allow their past, their environment, or their fears to dictate what they can achieve. They make the decision to go all in, to give everything they have, and to do whatever it takes to succeed. There will always be a reason to quit. There will always be a reason to wait. But winners don't operate that way. They understand that excuses are just limitations disguised as reasons. They don't allow themselves to fall into that trap. They focus on what they can do, not on what they can't. They take action, execute at a high level, and push forward no matter what. The work always speaks louder than words. Too many people waste time trying to convince others how hard they're working instead of actually working. They post about their grind, talk about their hustle, and try to prove their dedication with words. But real winners don't need to do any of that. Their results, their progress, and their success say everything for them. When you truly put in the work, you don't have to tell anybody. People will see it. They will feel it. They will recognize the difference in how you move, how you perform, and what you produce. Success is never about how loud you talk, it's about how well you execute. The ones who truly dominate in any field don't spend time making noise about their effort. They are to focus on the process, to locked in on the mission, to worrying about what others think. They don't care about validation. They care about results. They show up early, stay late, and do the things most people aren't willing to do. And because of that, they don't need to convince anyone of their greatness. It becomes undeniable. The problem with talking too much about the work is that it can trick your mind into thinking you've already accomplished something. When you tell people what you're going to do, you get a temporary sense of accomplishment, even though nothing has been achieved yet. It creates an illusion of progress, but winners don't fall into that trap. They don't waste time talking about what they're about to do. They just go and do it. And when the results come, they let those results speak for themselves. Execution is the only thing that matters. No one cares about your plans, your goals, or your dreams if they're not backed up by action. Everyone has ideas. Everyone has ambitions. But very few people have the discipline and consistency to bring those ideas to life. That's why the ones who actually make it don't need to say much. Their body of work speaks louder than any words ever could. Their discipline, their performance, and their consistency prove their commitment. The best in the world don't move like everyone else. They don't seek attention for every step they take. They don't announce every sacrifice they make. They don't need approval, encouragement, or applause to keep going. They are fueled by something deeper, the desire to be great, to master their craft, to reach the highest level possible. And that level ain't reached by talking about it. It's reached by working in silence and letting the results make the noise. Most people want recognition before they've earned it. They want credit for effort, not results. But effort alone doesn't win. Execution does. There are no trophies for talking about hard work. The only thing that matters is what you actually produce, what you actually accomplish. The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards performance. The ones who understand this stay focused on their work instead of chasing validation. There is a quiet confidence that comes with true dedication. When you put in the work day after day, you don't need to prove anything with words. You don't need to explain yourself. Your results will be undeniable. The way you move will demand respect. People will see the discipline, the consistency, and the mastery in everything you do. That's the difference between those who talk about winning and those who actually win. When you let your work speak, it carries more weight than anything you could ever say. It's not about being loud. It's about being undeniable. When you show up and execute at a high level, when you keep pushing forward without seeking attention, success becomes inevitable. People can doubt your words, but they can't argue with results. That's why the real winners don't waste time trying to prove themselves with talk. They simply do the work, and in the end, that work proves everything for them. Winners understand that life is unpredictable. No matter how well you plan, how hard you work, or how much you prepare, challenges will come. There will be setbacks, failures, disappointments, and unexpected obstacles. But what separates those who win from those who don't is how they respond. Winners don't break when things don't go their way. They don't complain, they don't quit, and they don't let adversity define them. Instead, they adapt, adjust, and find a way to overcome. That's what makes them different. That's what makes them unstoppable. Most people allow obstacles to stop them. The moment things get difficult, they slow down, make excuses, or convince themselves that maybe it just wasn't meant to be. They take failure as a sign to quit instead of a lesson to grow. But winners operate on a different level. They understand that struggle is part of the journey, that setbacks are temporary, and that every challenge holds an opportunity to get better, smarter, and stronger. They don't let adversity break them, they use it to fuel their growth. Adapting means being flexible, being able to adjust when things don't go as planned. Too many people get stuck in their ways, refusing to change their approach, holding onto old strategies that no longer work. But the world is always evolving, and success belongs to those who can evolve with it. Winners are always learning, always improving, always looking for ways to get better. They don't stay stuck in past failures or outdated methods. They adjust, they refine, and they keep moving forward no matter what. Overcoming challenges requires resilience. It requires the ability to take a hit, learn from it, and keep going. Most people let failure discourage them. Winners use failure as feedback. They analyze what went wrong, make adjustments, and come back even stronger. They don't see obstacles as roadblocks. They see them as stepping stones. Every challenge they face is just another test, another opportunity to prove how badly they want success. They don't just survive difficulties, they grow from them. Life is unpredictable, and nothing ever goes perfectly according to plan. There will always be things outside of your control, situations that don't go the way you expected. But what is in your control is your response. Winners don't focus on what went wrong. They focus on what they can do next. They don't waste time complaining about the problem. They focus on finding solutions. They don't dwell on failure. They use it to push themselves to new levels. That's why they win. That's why they always find a way. Success is about endurance. It's about having the mental toughness to keep going even when things get tough. Most people give up when they face resistance. They think success should be smooth, easy, and straightforward. But winners know better. They expect the struggle. They embrace the grind. They know that the journey will be filled with obstacles, but they are prepared to fight through them. No matter how hard it gets, they refuse to stop. They are committed to winning, no matter what it takes. Every great success story is built on moments of struggle. Every champion, every leader, every top performer has faced moments where quitting seemed like the easiest option. But they didn't quit. They adjusted, they adapted, they overcame. They understood that setbacks were temporary, that failure was just a lesson, and that every obstacle was just another opportunity to prove their strength. That's what makes them different. That's what makes them winners.